Well, hello guys, sorry I didn't even play the intro video because the sky is so beautiful. I just thought I'd go straight for the stream. Welcome to Fort Zach Beach, everybody. So we started a little early but I really wanted to share this with you. Look at that sky, look at those clouds and the sun shining right through those clouds. It's a beautiful evening here in Ki-West. So welcome everybody. Hello Victor, hello Richard, hey Chris, hello Annie and Silvio, Michael, hello Bone Carver, hello Chris Packard, and hello Guess It Up and Peggy. So the Fort Zach State Park is open until sunset. Oh, looks like we're gonna have some wedding shoots here. Very nice. Let me see if I can actually zoom into this here. Look at that light. It's just so beautiful. Right there with that ship. So guys, it is going to be a laid back sunset tonight. You're probably wondering why we are not on Mallory Square for the sunset celebration, and the answer is not very short, but if you know, I would have to go back quite a bit here in the explanations. You know that Fantasy Fest was officially cancelled. We had a big group that decided to come nevertheless and party, and mainly at Captain Tony's Saloon. And well, you probably guessed it, that group went back home, and the leader of the group was in the hospital with COVID. So since then, Captain Tony's is kind of on a red list for the local physicians here. And so I got tested yesterday, and I get my test results tomorrow. And of course, I am social distancing until I get the results. I don't know if I'm going to have them in time for tomorrow's stream. So that stream is going to be TBD. In case you're wondering, I'm totally fine. It's just that Captain Tony's is on the list. So if you have been at Captain Tony's and you just have as much as a headache, or in my case it was an ear infection and really low temperature linked to the ear infection, you can't be careful enough. They will test you here if you tell them that you have been at Captain Tony's. And of course they will tell you to stay away from everybody until you get the test results. So that's what we've been doing. That's what I've been doing since yesterday. That's why we did not stream from Hawkspress Saloon yesterday. In case you were wondering, I know we had announced a live stream from the bar. We didn't. And again, hopefully we will be able to stream tomorrow. Again, it just depends on what time I get the call so that I am cleared to go back to the regular activities. You know that, during Fantasy Fest, we have been streaming from Captain Tony's, we have been streaming from Lower Duval Street. We did double mask. So that's why the sound is so bad, guys. If you go back to those live streams and it's so muffled, that is because I was wearing 2 masks walking down Duval Street. I mean, you could just tell that it was going to be trouble. But since the issue is the people not wearing the mask, so even if you wear a mask, somebody who doesn't and who has it can transmit it to you no matter how careful you are. So that's basically the story behind why we are at Fort Zach Beach tonight. Keeping away pretty much from everybody. Not a lot of people around. If you have never been to Fort Zach, it is a national park. You can ride by bike, you can come by car. You pay a little entrance fee for the maintenance of the park, and then you're free to roam. There are barbecues here, so you can come and bring your stuff. You can bring your drinks. There is a little kiosk over there, but it's only open during the day. So if you come here during the day, you want to hang out all day here in the park, you can. If you want to come just for the sunset, you can too. I recommend at least riding a bike. It is a little far to walk. It's nice in wintertime. It's nice now because it's not too hot during the day. It's not the greatest option, you know, in July or August when things are really hot here on the island. So we are going to be headed in that direction here. I did not think this through. I did bring something to drink. I have a control phone and I'm holding my streaming phone. So I'm not sure if I can chat with all of you. I've tried to do my best. So good point, Silvio, saying there is no sand on the beach in Ki-West. Well, there is on some beaches. This one doesn't. This one is actually pretty steep. So if you look at Ki-West, we do have a coral reef around it. And the water is really shallow pretty much everywhere. However, this beach does have way more of a steeper access to the water. But if you actually go closer to the water, you will see that there is sand. But yes, the beaches in Ki-West, a lot of those beaches don't have natural sand, but it's sand that is being brought in. I don't know if you guys were aware of that. And so yes, this definitely is worth wearing flip-flops if you come to the beach. And I am trying to make it over here. So you see there is water starting, well, there's water, yes, there obviously is water. There is sand starting right here, Silvio. But I can assure you all the other beaches do have sand, but they do have rocks. Again, it is shallow. The water is very shallow around the island. And so there are lots of rocks. And actually one of the nicest things is to take a boat and go out on the water and go to a sandbar, which is basically like a beach in the middle of the ocean. At low tide, the water might go up to your knees. You can sit in the water and just enjoy your time. And I am going to go back up here so I can walk between the trees. Just because it's easier for me to not having to watch every step. So yes, it is very rocky. And you can see here at the Fort Zach beach that it's not palm trees. It's pine trees. And it is pretty jungly here. It's really cool. So a little laid back TGIF sunset stream. And I am very happy to see that our connection seems to be working fine, as well as a backup connection. So, because I tried once before to stream from Fort Zach and it didn't go so well. Right on the rock. Hey! Thanks. I never realized that all the sunset cruises are coming here. You can hear the music from Fury. I don't know if the mic picks it up.
Oh, excuse me. Daddy!
I spoke too soon. I saw a little buffering message. but it's gone now. And for those of you who want to stay away from the Mallory Square, this is a really neat. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Diana. Very much appreciated. Thank you. So yes, this is another quiet alternative to Mallory Square. You do have the Truman Waterfront, where we're normally headed during our bike rides, backstreet bike rides. Normally go and check out the sunset there at the Truman Waterfront because it's accessible by bike. And it is a little bit closer. So welcome everybody if you're just joining us. We are at Fort Zach. So you can see it is a bit of a very relaxed, natural kind of beach. No lifeguards on duty here. A lot of photo shoots going on here. And thank you so much, Charles, for the super chat. Very much appreciated. There's our wedding couple here. Doing their photo shoot here. There are a lot of weddings here as well, by the way. You can get married here at Fort Zach. I think they kind of do put up like little portals here where you can, little arches where you can get married at sunset time. We do have some clouds tonight though, so I'm not sure. Now what is really interesting, if you look at it, look at the water on this side. It looks pretty calm. And then over here, you can see it is a little bit rough on this side. You do have more wind here, so I guess this side would count as the I don't really know where if this would be the Gulf and this would be the Atlantic. I don't know where the actual technical theoretical line is. And thank you so much, Bob, for the super chat. Welcome to Fort Zach Beach. For a special socially distanced edition of our live stream, our TGIF stream. No Mallory Square tonight. Yeah, on this side the water is definitely a little bit rougher than on the other side of this little rock wall here. You can hear the conch shell. Thank you so much, Gas It Up, for supporting our channel. Very much appreciated. Guys, I'm so happy the connection seems to be working. Hope I'm not jinxing it. And thank you so much, Chris. Thank you, Chris Tenuta. So the big question is, can I climb up here? Probably not. Not with the gimbal in my hand. Ooh, it looks like we're getting a storm here. It's funny how different the sides look, right? So this is the side. Over there you can see Sunset Key. Mallory Square would be in that direction, of course, pretty far off. But yes, that over there is Sunset Key. And so this is the view that Mallory Square would have, which looks pretty stormy to me. And then look how it changes once you pan over here. You have this little rock separation here. And then here you actually have a colorful sunset, and the water is much quieter. That's kind of crazy. And of course the actual sun setting is behind those clouds there. So This is pretty neat. I guess we could just like... So guys, you hear the conch shell? It's the official sunset time here in Ki-West. So if you're wondering, you can come to Fort Zach just to look at the sunset. They let you in, and basically you're just supposed to leave after sunset, so you cannot like stay the night here. But you can come in the morning and stay until after sunset. You stay as long as you want once you're in here. So it's a very nice natural area. Okay, here we go.
Hey, thanks for coming in. We are
Hi.
officially closed for the night now.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good night, sir. We are officially closed for the night, okay? Right now.
There you go. They are closing right now. So here we go. So again, over here, if we would have been on Mallory Square tonight, I think we would have just had a lot of gray clouds. But we do get this right here at Fort Zach. So yes, sunset. They're not joking when they say we have to leave after sunset. He literally came up to us and said we're closing now. Oh, right after the sunset. So official sunset time is 6:48. It is now 6:50. Thank you so much, Andrea, for the super chat. Thank you. Oh, I see. Okay, guys, I'll update you again. Just to. So what happened is that there were some. So that unofficial Fantasy Fest group that decided to come down to Ki-West despite Fantasy Fest having been cancelled officially by Ki-West, by the city of Ki-West. So that group decided to come down, spend a lot of time at Captain Tony's, and the leader of that group has tested positive with actually quite a severe case of COVID and is in the hospital. Not here in the Keys, but he left the Keys because, you know, one of the many things that, you know, while we locals are being so careful about the coronavirus is that we have a very small hospital. And, you know, a lot of things you actually have to be airlifted up to Miami. So, you know, we kind of really try to keep our numbers down here. So this guy, anyway, this guy is in the hospital somewhere in northern Florida. And however, did let that Fantasy Fest group, that unofficial Fantasy Fest group, know that he tested positive. Of course, he has been in contact with a lot of people. So lots and lots of people, and a lot of those were at Captain Tony's. And so since then, Captain Tony's and like the whole Fantasy Fest thing is kind of on a, you know, the big exclamation mark list that that every physician on the island has. And so I did get tested, and I'm waiting for the results. So I'm getting the result tomorrow, but you know, just in order to be fair to other people, I am staying away from people, so that's why we are here tonight and not on Mallory Square with plenty of maskless people. You know that during the whole Fantasy Fest streams, we were wearing masks. I was actually like double masking. Walking down Duval Street, you know it has been crowded. So all that data kind of made them tell me to be very careful. And again, they tested me yesterday, and hopefully I have the results by tomorrow and hopefully before the stream, so that we can go ahead and continue our live stream tomorrow. If I don't have the results, I'm just not gonna chance it and stay home and send Gabe to work. So yeah, we'll see. So that was just a little insight as to why we are here at Fort Zach tonight. And we will be headed over and grab the trike, because so the sun has set, so we have to leave Fort Zach Beach. But we'll head over to the Truman Waterfront, just have a quick look what is going on there. Again, it's a very empty space, lots of locals hanging out. Although we'll have to see, because those clouds don't look very good. So let me see. This beach is rocky. So we're headed over to the bike stand. So guys, here is the Ki-Uwest Cafe. So during the day you can get snacks and drinks right here. There are showers. I mentioned before there are barbecues. There is yoga on the beach here in the morning. Lots of tables in the shade. Trust me, that is very nice. And by the way, even here in the middle of kind of nowhere with no people around, I am still wearing my mask. I know it's probably not necessary, but it's kind of difficult to kind of take it off and then think of putting it back on while you're streaming and trying to read things. So always wearing the mask when out and about. And let me unlock the bike. Hang on guys, you are in the cup holder, you know the drill. Hang on a second. I will unlock the bike, and then you will see it's a quiet ride over to the Truman Waterfront, which is why I recommend that if you want to come to Fort Zach, I really recommend coming by bike, trike, scooter, even by car. There is a lot of parking available here. But again, you don't really need a car in Ki-Uwest, so maybe in case you don't have a car when you're here, bikes to come here are totally fine. Of course, the fort is closed now. We would have to come back during the day, which is fine now in winter time. We can do this, come back during the day and have a look at the fort. And let me see, I'm just gonna put this in here too. All right. Okay, I think we are ready to roll over to the Truman Waterfront. lights on. And here we go. So let me see if I can, now of course it's easier for me to see the chat. Hello guys, hello everybody. Again, thank you so much everybody for supporting our channel, very much appreciated. So this is the Fort Zach parking area. Thank you, Diana. So there are bike racks everywhere as well. These guys came by scooter. Hang on a second, I will just... I have one of the straps of my streaming bag that is kind of hanging out here. Just making sure. There we go. All right. Okay, so. Ooh, that does look like rain. Well, I'm glad we got to see kind of a beautiful sunset, pretty much in line with the whole location. So here it's not white sand and palm trees, it is pine trees and a lot of rocks. Beautiful natural area here, Fort Zach. So this whole road here leads to, actually back to the Truman waterfront. You'll see the road splits somewhere further up there. To our left is where you would access the actual fort. We did that in a previous stream, but I think inside the fort we also had some connectivity issues. Looks like a lot of people did come by car. So this is the area where you access the fort. I see now we're buffering, which I'm not surprised. We're kind of in the middle of nowhere here. So this is the official access area to the park. So you're either accessing, they either make you pay by person or by car. And then it kind of depends how many people are in there. Of course, all this goes towards the maintenance of the park. And you see here, it's pretty much the Navy base over here. So this is our amphitheater. We are going to have a trick-or-treat event here for the kids tomorrow where the businesses come and set up tables, and then you can bring your kids to trick and treat with a lot of distance between the different tables. And you know that this amphitheater has officially been named after one of our musicians, Coffee Bottler. I think last time we were here, the name wasn't up yet. It had officially been named, but the sign wasn't up yet. So there we go. By the way, guys, there is one thing I do want to say in regards to, you know, having had to do the tests and everything. That Fantasy Fest group, of course, did not wear any masks, which is, you know, even though we were double layering and whatever, you know, it didn't really occur to me that you would really be at risk. But it's really the people that are infected that don't wear masks that spread it everywhere. And even if you're wearing a mask, you are still at risk, which is why they tested. So please do wear that mask for others around you. Again, the guy himself had a pretty bad case. He's in the hospital. We don't know yet the full extent of it, but we are expecting to see some really bad numbers as consequences from this unofficial Fantasy Fest. And yes, I have been told, you know, obviously when the doctor wanted to do the test, I said, well, you know what, I mean, you know, even we know the risk. We were on the lower Duval to film and double masking, and again, it's less about how much you protect yourself. It's really about protecting others. And one thing I learned is that indeed, if you can, do wear glasses. That's what I have been told. And I mean, I have to admit, obviously, we stay away from people, but people do come up to me and put in song requests in the bar for Gabe. And no amount of t-shirts saying, you know, social distancing, whatever, stay away. They will still come over and talk. A lot of them will wear a mask and keep their distance, but unfortunately, there always is a handful of people that come to you and kind of aren't really paying attention. And again, guys, even if you're wearing a mask, apparently that does not give you full protection. If you wear the mask, it is for others. So I really had to say that again. And guys, it looks like the Friday night bar is open here on the Ingham. I don't know if you remember that we come here a couple of times, and every time I would tell you that on Friday they do have happy hour here around sunset time. And of course it hasn't happened in a long time with COVID and everything, and then they were like redoing the ship restorating a little bit, and here we are. It's open. There is a bar on board. It is Friday night after all, TGIF. Of course we're not gonna go. As always here, the Truman waterfront, nice and open and breezy. Oh, now those clouds look actually pretty good. A little hint of purple. No people around, very good. A little evening walk or evening bike ride, I should say, here in Ki-West. Looks like there is a pretty lit group over there. Probably a after dark bike ride. I wonder if it is the full moon tonight or if it's tomorrow. It's not like I can actually see the moon. It's really cloudy. Does anybody know if the full moon is today or tomorrow? I thought it was tomorrow, like on Halloween. I see Chris has been on that ship. Yes, it is open. It's the first time I see it open. And so of course that booth, I don't know if, wait, hang on a second. No, it's not in regard. I thought we were talking about the booth from the at the state park. Never mind. I'm trying to catch up on on your chat, guys. I think Chris was asking, how do we know who had... Well, the thing is that that was a whole group that planned and came down from Tampa, I think. So it was like a whole organized group. And then the leader of that group was the one that ended up in the hospital with COVID, but got diagnosed down here in Key West. So, of course, they had to alert the locations where that group was partying. And, well, that location mainly was Captain Tony. So that's kind of how things ended up. And then that doctor that first diagnosed him offered to test people that might have been in proximity to that group or in that group that was still around in Key West. Of course, there's a lot of gossip about that person knowing that he was positive and spreading it without a mask. We don't really know that, but that's what the doctor kind of told me, that guy did a pretty good job at doing what you're not supposed to do, so he seemed pretty worried. So only time will tell. We'll see. But yeah, in that case, that group thankfully did alert the locals, so I guess I'm sure the Captain Tony's guys are going to be careful too, watching out if there were any changes. And all the other lower Duval Street establishments that were pretty crowded. Again, I mean, you've seen it in the streams. I am pretty confident, obviously, that double masking and staying away from people and being outside and not going inside those bars at night. I am pretty confident that doesn't, I'm not expecting any bad results tomorrow or anything. But again, we will see if we're gonna be live streaming tomorrow, because it all depends on the timeline. But in any case, we will be doing a porch session on Sunday, so we can celebrate Halloween with you guys. I think after the time change, on top of that, it's gonna be dark, so that's gonna be fun. So at the very latest, join us on Sunday for a post-Halloween porch session. And those clouds look pretty neat. There is a little bit of, it's just the camera that makes it look like it's there is lightning. There isn't any, at least not yet. I can see a little bit of somewhat blue sky. It's difficult to describe. It's kind of a weird light here. So you can see Sunset Key is still there. We were basically, if you follow that line of trees there, that's pretty much right there where we were for sunset today at Fort Zach. More sunset cruises coming in here. So of course this week has been pretty quiet on the island, although there are some parrot heads in town. Gabe said that Hawk's Breast Saloon was pretty busy yesterday. Guys, I hope you're okay with the wind. Probably sounds pretty muffled. I wrapped some of that so-called dead cat fur around the mic. That's what it's called. It's obviously not. Oh my god. And I am wearing a mask, so it is probably a little bit difficult to hear. But let me know if the wind is too loud. It is pretty windy here now. And I am aware that the autofocus on this camera isn't the greatest when it comes to the light changes. I promise you it's not as dark as it currently seems. And guys, this is where the Truman Waterfront Park ends. And over there is the Margaritaville Pier, the Margaritaville Resort Pier area. But you cannot cross. You shall not cross. So hopefully one day this would be connected, because then you can have like a really long walk by the water, starting in Old Town, coming all the way out here. For now you will have to get out of the Truman Annex area and then walk around and get back into Old Town. And we have, oh, Chris is going to be here next week. Christopher Albertson. Great. I hope we're going to see you. You know where to find us. And we will be riding back over to the Ingham. Little evening bike ride. Although since things cooled down a little bit on the island, you do see people out and about during the day too. But it is a very nice night here. It's interesting. If I point the camera right at the clouds, it kind of adjusts to the clouds. I would say this is the actual color of what's currently going on here. So again, not sure if these guys over there are doing a sunset bike ride. We're gonna get closer. They've got all like lit up bikes and everything. I don't know if they are gonna do a full moon ride. Did I say sunset? No, it's a full moon ride. I thought it was going to be tomorrow. There is a new Robert the Doll experience that sounded really scary. But it was just for a couple of days. We wanted to do that with you, see if we can live stream from there, but obviously we're not going to do it because I think the last session is tomorrow. And so yesterday or today, we kind of, again, try to stay away. Until I know for sure. So yes, this is definitely like a really nice lit up bike ride here. I think it's the full moon ride. So guys, a little impromptu, quiet Fort Zach sunset. And checking out here what's going on at the Truman waterfront. I see that they have the like a little light up parade full moon bike ride going on. So again, if this is your first time with us, please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button, hit the like button if you can, so that way you are going to get notified whenever we are live from Ki-West. Where's my little like button? I love this little da-da-da-da. There you go. Please. Pretty please. So again, we are a local Ki-West live streaming channel. We are live about 6 times a week. If you want to see more of Ki-West, we do sunset walks like today. We do backstreet bike rides, the hidden areas of the island. We normally also do the downtown Ki-West Old Town walks, the Mallory Square Sunset Celebration, and we have a lot of music streams from the bars. Next one coming up tomorrow, fingers crossed. That one is going to be TBD until the last minute. So we'll keep you guys updated. If we are not going to have a stream tomorrow, we are going to stream on Sunday with a little late post-Halloween or Halloween weekend live stream from the porch, music stream where you can make song requests, hang out on the porch with us. So hopefully at the very latest, I see you guys there. Again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting our channel. And I see you guys soon. Take care, everybody. Stay safe and wear those masks.